continuation with this chapter, now let's study another topic, that is eddy current. We have studied about Faraday's law, and by Faraday law, the magnitude or the induced value of induced EMF is equal to rate of change of magnetic flux, and we studied about motional EMF also, and in that the induced EMF is produced due to the movement of a conductor in a time independent magnetic field. And because of that induced EMF, induced current is produced in a loop in a particular direction. This we have done, and because of this induced current, a deflecting force is exerted on this loop, and this deflecting or magnetic force or Lenz's force is in opposite direction to the force which we are applying to move this conductor in a uniform or non-uniform magnetic field. So because of this we have calculated the value of induced current. Now if we will replace this conducting loop by a solid conducting plate or a block, then that, and after that when we will move this conductor in a uniform or non-uniform magnetic field, then because of that relative motion a magnetic flux is produced, and induced, because of that magnetic flux induced current will produce, and that induced current is known as eddy currents. So basically eddy current is also a induced current which is produced within a solid conducting body or a metallic block. And the direction of that induced current is in the form of, its direction is in the form swirling eddies. That is, the meaning of swirling eddies is circulating in a closed path. Or the movement like a whirlpool. That is, streams of water in a circular path. That it is not in a specific path, it has different paths by the motion of different electrons in a conducting plate. We will study it in detail. Now here we are considering a conducting plate. That is, now the area is more and each part is containing many number of electrons, and the induced current is produced because of the motion of these electrons, and when these electrons move there is a change in magnetic flux at every part of a plate, and therefore the magnetic flux is changed, that is different at different paths. Thus there is a relative motion between the movement of this plate as well as in a uniform or non-uniform magnetic field. Thus we can say that it is produced due to change in magnetic flux as magnetic flux is different at different parts and due to relative motion between external magnetic field and conductor, that is, in whatever we have done in the previous case in motional EMF, similarly if we will do it in this case, then in this case the magnetic flux will be more, as because the area in eddy currents is more. Here we are taking solid conducting body, therefore if we will displace it in and out of the magnetic field, then there is a great change in magnetic flux, thus it will induce EMF, thus induced current, and that current is known as eddy currents. Called eddy and Foucault current, because it was discovered by physicist Foucault, therefore it is also known as Foucault currents. It is pronounced as Foucault, and its direction is given by Lenz's law. That is, it is produced in such a way that magnetic field, induced magnetic field, be induced. Opposes the applied external magnetic field. Also, more is the volume of a conductor, more the current, that is eddy current, produced. And if less is the volume of a conductor, then less is the eddy currents. Therefore, if we will decrease the area or decrease it into slots, then eddy currents will also reduce. We will use it as an advantage in some applications, and we will also study about its disadvantages. Let's understand how eddy currents oppose the direction of external magnetic field when it is entering into the external magnetic field or going out of that external magnetic field, and understand it with the help of one experimental demonstration known as electromagnetic damping. Damping means decreasing. Here we will see that the amplitude of a metal disc will decrease after some time when it is placed in a strong poles of a magnet. That is, let us consider this arrangement. Let it be north pole, and this is the south pole of a magnet, and between these poles a metallic disc is pivoted. Initially it is placed in a vertical plane, and when we will apply some force, it will start oscillating like a simple pendulum with some amplitude. Now let us consider that the magnetic field of the poles is into the plane. That is here the direction, as we know, from north to south. Its direction, external magnetic field direction is from north to south. It is in this way. Now the direction of induced current obeys Lenz's law. Therefore, the direction will oppose the cause which is producing it. And here the cause is external magnetic field. And when it is entering into this magnetic field, then the magnetic field lines will increase. Therefore, it will oppose that increase. That is, here the direction is in this way. Therefore, the direction of induced current will be anti-clockwise. And if the direction is anti-clockwise, it means the direction of induced magnetic field is opposite to that of external magnetic field. Similarly, here when it is going out of the strong magnetic field, then it will oppose that decrease of external magnetic field as it is coming out. Therefore, it is coming out of the strong magnetic field, thus magnetic field will decrease, and it will oppose the decrease of this magnetic field. Therefore, the direction of induced current will be clockwise. That is, it is in the same direction which is of the external magnetic field. Therefore, we can write that if external magnetic field, or we can write in this way, if it will increase, then magnetic field induced oppose that increase, and therefore direction of eddy current is anti-clockwise. Similarly, if B external decreases, then B induced oppose that decrease, and therefore direction of eddy current is clockwise. When it is entering anti-clockwise current, and when it is going out, clockwise current will induce. Now, as it is oscillating to and fro, therefore this eddy current will produce heat. Because of this mechanical work is converted into heat energy, which is equal to joules heating, that is H is equal into I square RT, that is square of induced current into resistance, and for that time is equal to the heat produced. And because of this heat, after some time the whole mechanical energy will convert it into heat or thermal energy. Therefore, this metallic disc will stop oscillating and will again come to rest or in its initial position. Thus, here we can see that because of the heat energy produced in this metallic plate, this metallic plate will stop. Because of this damping, amplitude will decrease, and if we want to remove this cause of decreasing, we have to convert this metallic plate into slots. That is, as we know that if the volume is more is the magnetic flux, and if more is the magnetic flux, more current will induce, more eddy currents are there, then more resistive force, that is Lenz's force, is there in the form of induced magnetic field. And if more induced magnetic field, then more is the damping, and if more is the damping, then it will stop after some time. Therefore, to decrease this damping, we should decrease the volume. If we decrease the volume of a conductor by cutting this metallic plate into slots, then eddy currents will decrease. Also, Lenz's force decreases. Therefore, as Lenz's force decreases, damping decreases, and amplitude will be more. Or for greater time. Thus, if we will cut metal disc into slots, then disc or a plate will oscillate for longer time, and this disc will be in this way. They are cutted in the form of slots. And the direction is in the slotted parts only. And because of this cutting slots, it reduces the effect of eddy currents.